$2,000. That's where gold is headed. The growth will continue throughout 2023 with gold prices remaining elevated at an average price of $2,086 an ounce, according to Bank of America. Crypto keeps on tanking. Stocks are too volatile. Gold in your IRA is steady. Thousands of people have retired comfortably with the help of Noble Gold Investments and their gold and silver IRAs. If you get in before the end of this month, you'll bag an incredible free 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin with every qualified IRA of $20,000 or above. You can't go wrong with Noble Gold Investments. Call 877-646-5347 to find out more or visit noblegoldinvestments.com. Hey, Inspire Tribe, my fellow freedom lovers, John Nolan here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking, for sharing, commenting, for subscribing, and for hitting the notifications button so you'll get notified about new videos every day. All right, let's dive into it. My friends, imagine, if you will, you would like to go on vacation into a different country, travel, take a plane ride, whatever, and all of a sudden you find yourself on a list of banned people. You've never been convicted of a crime. You haven't been charged with anything. You haven't been accused of anything. You've never incited violence or anything of the likes. But still, you cannot travel into other countries. Now, this is what happened to our friend David Icke. Of course, you know David Icke as the author and speaker and truth seeker that he is. And he's been banned from the European Union, the Schengen countries, which by default, because the information system that these countries use is being shared with other countries in the world, means that David Icke is basically limited to the United Kingdom where he was born and cannot travel abroad. Now he and his team and his lawyers, they have appealed that decision, and the Netherlands government or the Netherlands courts have turned him down and said, no, the ban stands for 2 years. Now, let's look a little bit into the fine details here. David Icke was invited to speak at a peace rally in Amsterdam, I think in early November, and the official explanation was, first, that for his own security and for the security of the people there, he wouldn't be allowed to speak there. Then the ban followed. Now, if that was solely because the government couldn't protect David Icke, from whom I wonder, but they couldn't protect him, well, then the ban wouldn't have had to be 2 years. But now they say no, because Mr. Icke spreads conspiracy theories, he is a danger and he cannot be let into the countries. Now I'm asking you to look up a single event, a single protest, a single anything where David Icke was present and had called for violence or that had turned violent after his speeches. It didn't happen because the man speaks from the heart. He is a man of love and a man of unity, and that's how he's always expressed himself. The problem here is that we are speaking about the most fundamental freedoms, like the freedom of movement, like the right to express yourself freely. And as I've said before, I think they want to make an example of David Icke to not just ban him physically from countries. You're soon going to see an even extremer ban of David Icke on the internet. They want to erase him from the consciousness and the timeline that we're currently on so people don't hear alternative viewpoints. Now, frankly speaking, it doesn't matter if you agree with what he says. It doesn't matter if you believe what he says. What matters is that he, just like you, has the right to say it. Of course, we've seen that being fought on every level, including here, where we are right now. It's being fought as well. It's being fought everywhere. But why? Why are they so afraid of something that is enshrined into the American Constitution, the First Amendment, the freedom of speech? Who is so afraid of it? Well, pretend to have the truth. And your truth cannot stand questioning, cannot stand different viewpoints or facts. You don't have the truth. You have a narrative. And that means you want to push a narrative. And you want to cut out anyone else's tongue that doesn't speak the same truth as you. Now, what does that say about you? It says you're scared. It says you're full of fear. It says you are afraid of what might happen when the people find out that there could be other explanations for things, that there could be other perspectives, or God forbid, that you were lying and someone else was speaking the truth. This is a pivotal moment in our journey together, where it does not matter whether I believe you or you believe me, or I say what is right or what isn't right. It isn't about that. It's about my right and your right to say it. And bad speech is always conquered by better speech, not by disallowing bad speech. We are on a very, very slippery slope, and we've been on this slope for a while. And it is very important that you take a good, hard look at yourself in the mirror. Are you censoring yourself? Do you want others to shut up if they don't say the things you think they should say? Are you guilty of suppressing views or speaking over someone if they say something that's maybe uncomfortable to you because they see things differently? We really have to return to the basics. To express yourself freely is a natural right. To speak freely is a natural right. All these things are God-given, and you don't need no other man or woman to give you that permission, including the government, including a constitution, which, by the way, does not give you the right. It just documents it. That's all it can do. No document can give you any right or take it away from you. These are God-given rights, and hence only God could take them away from you. This is a spiritual question, first and foremost. It's a moral question, and it's a human question. We have to ask ourselves, are we really willing to give this up? Are we really willing to go into the prison of tyranny, up here and here? What will our children learn from us? And what do they learn when it becomes okay and acceptable that innocent people, never convicted of any crimes, never charged with anything, never incited any violence, are banned and disallowed from exercising their most basic rights? We stand with David Icke. Not just because we appreciate and love his work, but because today it's David Icke, tomorrow it's you, your family, your children. Inspired Tribe, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being here. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll be back with you again very, very soon. We're more dedicated than ever to provide authentic, truthful, and uncensored information and inspiration. That's why we created the Inspired community on the free speech platform Locals. There is no censorship, a free flow of information, and it's more personal and intimate. And you can join us as a free member or a paid supporter. Please visit inspired.locals.com and join us today.